An extension of the Geometric Algorithms Library Seagull to the Oriented Projective Plane T2. At Unicamp, Seagull has been extended to allow for implementation of geometric algorithms on T2. In this video, we will illustrate a few algorithms on T2 as well as T2Viewer, which is an OpenGL visualization system for display and interaction with such algorithms. Consider a triangulation on the front range of T2. On the spherical model, we see that the objects on the planar model correspond to the projection of the objects on the first hemisphere of the sphere through its center. We can extend the triangulation beyond infinity to the back range, that is, the complementary hemisphere on the spherical model. We now look at point location on a subdivision of the oriented projective plane. Firstly, consider point location on a regular planar subdivision as this one. Reducing the opacity of the portion of the subdivision on the front range and raising the opacity of the objects on the back range, we see that we can interact with either range. T2Viewer is also capable of displaying algorithm animation. We will illustrate here Bentley-Ottman's sweep algorithm for detecting segment intersections, an adaptation to work at once on the entire oriented projective plane. The sweep line is a double semi-infinite ray, which is actually half of a projective line. One of the main advantages of the oriented projective plane is the duality it provides to geometric constructions such as the Voronoi diagram. If we zoom in all the way to the center of the sphere, we perceive clearly that the origin is the center of the projections between the two models. Notice that the extension of the infinite rays of the nearest neighbor Voronoi diagram of a set of sites on the front range meet on the back range, forming the farthest neighbor Voronoi diagram of the set of antipodal sites. Here you can see how to go from the pair of dual diagrams to the farthest neighbor one on the back range. However, we need not stop here. By adding sites to the back range, we have a nearest neighbor diagram covering both hemispheres of the spherical model. Let's look at it from one side only to the total picture. Besides being a visualization tool for the extension of Seagull to the oriented projective plane, T2Viewer also has an extensive set of input tools which can be used for various input needs. One can freely create objects on either model on both ranges while visualizing the resulting geometric elements dynamically on both models. It is no surprise to those acquainted with the oriented projective geometry that straight lines show as great circles on the spherical model. Furthermore, circles appear misshapen due to the distortion near infinity. Seagull's extension to the oriented projective plane and the T2Viewer are ongoing projects made available for download.